Already popular from our, letting you know promotion at the top of the hour. You're getting 6 to 8 applications in each bottle. So it's about 12 to 16 applications for 2 of them for $36.99. I always say this, how much is it to have a plumber come one time? And you get a, you get a clog, not at like 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. It's always like, midnight on Saturday when the party's going, or you've got like, my daughter used to have a sleepover with all her friends and nobody used the bathroom, the tub, everything's clogged. It's always at the worst possible time, or you have your boss over for dinner and no one can use the sink to wash the dishes because it's, this is like stress-free right here. This is stress-free right here. And we need that more in this world, is no stress. This is amazing. 32 fluid ounces, SuperFast drain cleaner, 2-pack. And because it's a free shipping and handling day, you're saving the shipping and handling for a 2-pack. It's like free shipping, $7.50. I do have auto ship. Love it. Love auto ship. What does that mean? You'll never be without it, and you get to keep the free shipping and handling, and you get to keep the price. So, is it a customer pick? Yes, you need 4 reviews to be a customer pick. There are 2,645 reviews that make, and it remains a customer pick. Any of those 2,645 people could knock it off the customer pick, top, because it's got to be 4 stars or more. We just had how many million sold? 2.8 million sold, I think it said. 12.8, sorry. 12.8 million. Oh my goodness. There I am with my bad math. But yes, 12.8 million sold.
We still love you.
We still love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I need sympathy for my math, but I am part of that 12.8 million sold. So let's see it in action. Okay, SuperFast is industry leading when it comes to opening your drain lines. But one thing that I got to let you know, this isn't a drain opener, it's a drain cleaner. What that means is it's going to open the drain line, but more importantly, it's going to clean the drain line, squeaky clean, so there's nothing sticky or oily left behind to attract a new clog. But let me show you the science. This is how it works. SuperFast is going to turn your hair into foam. It turns your food into foam. It breaks down all that dirt, all that grease and oil building up on the inside of the drain line, turns it into foam. We call this saponification because that's the dynamic way that it works, by turning everything in the drain into foam. The foam breaks down into a liquid. You give it 10 minutes, then you run hot water for up to 5 minutes. My goodness, that drain line comes back squeaky clean every single time you do it. Unlike the competitors from the store, think about this. I want to paint the perfect picture for you. Usually when you have a clog at home, you're in a panic state of mind. At this rate, you'll do just about anything to get that drain line open. But when you're going and using consumer products like this from the store, they may be highly corrosive. They may contain acid, ammonia, animal fats, bleaches. That's too many corrosive materials in there for your drain line. But here's what's happening. 90% of the chemicals, they trickle, it'll ooze, it'll all creep. It gets past the clog and it ends up right down here at this curve unit. You see, this curve unit is designed to hold fluids to keep odors from coming back up and permeating through your house. But the chemicals are sitting there building heats of up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That's way too hot for the drain line. It's not made to get that hot. And I got to reference this. It's cold out in some parts of the country still. So that means your drain lines are cold too. When your drain lines go from extremely cold to hot fast from the chemicals, it'll crack. And it could cost you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So be very mindful before you use a product like that. Now I want to leave that sit for a minute. We're going to come back and see if anything happens. But while we're at it, I want to show you what's going on in your homes today. I want to play a video for you because you got to know this. This is what's happening in your homes today. Usually you're pouring things down the drain line at a hot temperature or maybe even just a room temperature. But when these materials come in contact with a cold or a cool pipe, what happens is it'll harden and solidify on you right away. Now you need a proprietary formula, something like our SuperFast drain cleaner, something that's going to break it down without producing the heat index. That's exactly what our proprietary formula is designed to do. It breaks it down into foam without any heat. Without any heat. So what does that mean? It's not going to heat your pipes, and then you know what happens when cold pipes get hot all of a sudden? You have something called a broken pipe, which is a bad pipe.
Thank you.
Yes, I mean, I didn't go to plumbing school, but I can tell you right now, bad. That's why, one of the reasons why this is so popular, and septic systems, completely safe on.
That's right. Any applications, septic tanks, if you have older homes or newer homes, apartments, condos, think about your boats, think about the RVs with the gray tank
tank or the black tank, you can use this proprietary formula in any one of those applications. Now, here's what I did. When you get this home, don't use the whole bottle. Just take 4 to 6 ounces and pour that down the drain. With this kit, you're gonna get up to 12 applications. And let me reference this right here. This represents all the hardened and solidified grime in your drain line. Last week's food, last month's food. Helen, you at home? Even last year's food. It's hardened and
Yep. I've seen the inside of a drain that this young man has brought to show me.
So
it is
bad,
gross.
so bad.
But you can clean it, and you don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to have a professional, a plumber.
That's right.
I mean, there are some things that a plumber needs to do. We actually had our whole house repiped. They were like 40-year-old pipes. Sometimes you have to have things like that done.
I wonder how much that costs.
But if I think about how much money I've saved over the 17 years I've been here as a show host, using SuperFast drain cleaner as opposed to calling a plumber anytime I had a leak, a clog in my drain, I've saved so much money. And I know you will too. And it's not just the money you save, it's the convenience.
That's right.
It's like, okay, so you know what? Here's another tip. I had a 2-story house. Always do the top floor first.
That's right.
And I learned that from you, and I want to share it with you guys.
Clock it.
Start with your top floor, pour that in, and then you go down, pour that in, because then that comes down. And then like, sometimes I leave it in overnight, but honestly, I think it's like 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, I mean 10 minutes.
It doesn't even take that long. It's very fast.
Right, yeah, it happens so fast. I mean, really, 10 minutes, it's designed to open your drain line within 10 minutes. But the best application, working smarter, not harder, definitely do it at nighttime, leave it sit overnight. Like Helen said, start upstairs.
Yeah,
let it sit
upstairs,
overnight.
yep.
By the time morning time comes, every drain down below you is gonna be squeaky clean. Now, remember this one right here? That was the consumer product that you see at the store. I used that when it didn't do anything. The chemicals smell so bad. I went right over top of that with our innovative drain cleaning method here, our SuperFast. Remember, no acid, no ammonia, no animal fat, so I can go right through those standing chemicals. I want you to just squeeze in tight. I just want you to take a look at this action here, because this is important for you to see how it works. I gotta explain it. When our proprietary formula comes in contact with anything oiled by in the drain, there it is right there. Anything oiled by in the drain, it turns it into foam. That's called saponification. That's saponification right there. That'll break down into a foam. The foam breaks down into a liquid. Then it's time to run the hot water, and that's what I'm gonna do. Now, everything has been suspended free from the inside of the drain line. It's all been broken down by being saponified. Now you run the hot water for up to 5 minutes, and you'll see. It comes back squeaky clean.
It's just incredible. And you know, the relief you feel like, okay, problem solved.
Yeah.
It's like problem solved.
Relief.
You know, it is.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I stress so bad about that.
Yes, exactly.
You know what it's like when you have a clog.
Of course.
It's stressful. Now, this right here, I got to dive into it. This is known as the dirtiest place in your whole house. It's the inside of the drain line of the kitchen sink. And guess what? There's over 500,000 particles of bacteria per square inch in the drain line of the kitchen sink. You got to eliminate that, because that's a food source for bugs and critters. If you don't eliminate that, you may have an infestation down in the foundation of your drain lines. So do some maintenancing. Don't wait for the clog, because we always say here at HSN, it's not if, it's when you're gonna have a clog. So I'm gonna take that same 4 to 6 ounces over top of this big hunk of oil byproduct. I'm not using the whole bottle. And what this big hunk of oil byproduct represents, it's gonna represent last week's food, last month's food, or even last year's food that's hardened and solidified. You give it 10 minutes, you'll hear the drain lines burping and gurgling. Inevitably, you'll hear the suction sound when something goes down, and that's the relief that you're looking for right there. Let the product do the work.
All right, well, here we go. We've got free shipping and handling on everything today, and we love that. This is one of the best reviewed, I will say this is the best reviewed product, cleaning product at HSN that we've ever had in 46 years. There's 2,645 reviews make this a customer pick. You only need 4 reviews or more, and 4 stars, 4 to 5 stars or more to be a customer pick. Every review that you write could knock it off the pedestal of a customer pick, but 2,645 of you took the time to log into your account and say, thank you very much for saving the day.
Yep.
Thank you very much for saving me some money. Thank you very much for having a stress-free visit from my in-laws because I had a clogged drain. I mean, read the reviews. It's really the stories of how this has helped your life. I love that we've got auto ship available. We don't always do that, but free shipping will be on all your future shipments, as well as getting 2 of them for $12.33 on FlexPay. Your total is $36.99. Now the single ship is getting really limited. Ooh. I only have 650 orders left in single ship. And you know we've sold 12.3 million. Ooh. So what happens is we get them in stock. They always sell out.
Yes.
And I will tell you something else. This is also a true story. I needed it. I went to hsn.com. It was out.
Oh my goodness.
It was out.
Which brings
That's happened to me in my 17 years here.
We are getting down to final quantity.
We are
so
final
hop
quantities.
Hop in. Yeah. Okay, so this right here, this is the culprit right here. Hair is the #1 culprit to every clog at home. Every clog consists of some hair. Think about it. The inside of the drain lines are sticky and oily from all the buildup, like the fats, oils, and greases. The hair, when you wash your hair one time, you wash your pets one time, the hair goes down to the inside of the drain line and it clings on, and then it starts to build and build and build till there's a nest of hair that's completely choking out the inside of the drain line. We have one of the only hair dissolving formulas that we know of in the country here at HSN. I'm taking the same 4 to 6 ounces, and I gotta show you a time-lapse video because it takes 10 minutes. Pet hair, human hair, fuzz, lint, fur that's building up, accumulating on the inside of the drain line. Give it 10 minutes, Helen. I'm telling you what, turns it into foam. You'll love this degreasing technology by my dead Professor Amos.
All right, and we've got 3 minutes, maybe one more demonstration we have time for. You could jump in. We're getting to last call on single ship, and we do have auto ship available. Yeah. What are you doing here?
Okay, so there's no job too big or too small for SuperFast. I got 2 test tubes here. These are the bigger drain lines that run from under your house out to the sidewalk down to the city sanitation. Test tube #1 was our SuperFast. Test tube #2 is this consumer product from the store. What I want to point out, yeah, you see the SuperFast is going to work already, but here, this is the problem. These consumer products, the chemicals go to the lowest point and they sit there and start to build heats. Heats of up to 180 degrees. That's too hot. When things get that hot, they expand. And when they expand, it's coming back up into your sinks and into your tubs. You got to be very careful. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Helen.
Back at the ranch, what happened?
Back at the ranch.
The problem has already been solved back at the ranch.
Yeah, we're getting the job done effectively.
And it's not the entire container. Yeah. There's 6 to 8 applications in one of these containers.
Yep, I poured about 6 ounces down this big drain line. That was it, and you can see it goes to work right away. Now, can I get over here?
Yeah, we got 3 minutes. You can do it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
If you're just tuning in, SuperFast is industry leading when it comes to opening your drain lines, but it's not a drain opener, it's a drain cleaner. So that means it's going to open the drain line, but more importantly, clean the drain line. We want the drain lines clean because there's nothing that's sticky or oily left behind to attract a new clog. Now, the science is, and if I got to mention this, it has an accelerated formula, so that's why it starts to work so fast. You don't wait.
500 left in single ship.
Love it, love it. Thank you. You at home, thank you. Yeah. I appreciate you.
Yeah, over 12 million sold, under 500 available.
I love it. So this one right here says 30 minutes. With SuperFast, you give it 10 minutes. I mean, 10 seconds it starts to go to work, but look at the science here. SuperFast is going to turn your hair into foam. It turns all that food in there into foam. It breaks down all that grease in there into foam. You just give it 10 minutes to break that down. That foam turns to liquid. Then you run hot water for 5 minutes. I mean, your drain line is squeaky clean. We're not worried about things coming back up on us. It's safe, and you have relief.
You have relief for sure. And remember, 6 to 8 applications, you're getting 2 of them. So it's 12 to 16 applications with this order because it's a 2-pack.
Love it. And definitely remember, Helen mentioned earlier, it's safe. It's safe for any kind of drain line. Septic systems, if you have that, it's safe for that.
Copper pipes, PVC.
Galvanized steel, old terracotta clay pipes. Those are the bigger ones that go from under your house out to the side. Safe there too. Your boats, your RVs. Think about the gray tanks and the black tank. Even if you don't have a clog, even if you just have the drain gas or the drain odor, SuperFast is going to eliminate the drain gases and the drain odors as well. And it cleans. It cleans.
Rob, how many do we have left in the single shipment now? I want to make sure.
Over here.
We have 100 left. So if you don't get in on it on single ship, you can get the auto ship. And if you only want 1 shipment, you can say, I don't want any more shipments. But I will say you can absolutely do that. So whichever one you want, if you really want single shipment, that's 1 shipment, free shipping, $12.33. And you're right, you do get so many applications. I can see why the single ship is so popular.
Yeah, it's popular. Okay, I want to reference this. Okay, this is a designer sink. I think you saw it up top. It's a glass. If you have marble, if you have travertine, you don't have to worry about our SuperFast breaking down the integrity or rusting out the fixtures like the consumer products would. But you can see it's safe up top, but it breaks down everything down below, the things that you can't see.
I love it. All right, well, we've got 2 more products.
I'm ready.
So don't leave town. Don't get in that RV of yours with the squeaky clean tank. All right, we're going to take a teeny little break. Keep shopping. Last call on single ship. Auto ship is available. I do want to mention our streaming service. The address is plus.hsn.com. StayConnected.com. You can shop and watch your favorite show hosts, your favorite categories, and it's anytime you want to stream, and it's available on most streaming services. So check that out on streaming services. You've got The List with Debbie D. You've got The Beauty Report. Get Crafty with Suzanne is a really fun show. Even if you want to, you know, just see a skincare show, like you have, you're like, that's my favorite. There's Dr. Nassif, I see. Getting Grilled with Curtis Stone, one of my favorite shows. He has lots of celebrities on and cooks with them. But we're going to take a teeny little break when we